Mm. Thank you for that silence. What did you find yourself doing in the silence?
Be, be right back. Okay.
All
To be
right.
indisposed for a few minutes.
Thanks, Will.
I was diving inward. I don't know what I was doing, but exploring the inner,
Yeah.
looking for new possibilities, or just anything. But I find it's a lot like dreaming since it's very fast. You can't focus or anything because it's on then. But that's probably what training does, doing it all more and more often.
It's like we can be comfortable with the silence or we can be uncomfortable with the silence. Which tells me we're comfortable going inside or we're not. And that'll tell me a lot.
Even though it's silent, it isn't silent in there.
It isn't silent in there, no.
Nope, way too fast. It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, but to
Twisting
notice. Go ahead,
down.
Hans.
Oh, sorry. I would just say like a roller coaster, twisting and turning up and down, round and round, really fast. But that's probably the next goal for me is to slow it
Slow it
down.
down. Yep. I was just gonna say slow it down. It's like leaves floating on the water, right? We just notice them, but don't try and grab them. I know my tendency is to grab onto the thoughts and like own them, grow them, like do something with them rather than just, oh, it's you or that's it. And what's next?
But
I
grabbing onto
was,
them, it's like, sorry.
oh, go ahead.
No, grabbing onto it is like trying to grab smoke.
It is.
It's
It's,
gone as soon as you try.
yep. Well, I was searching inside for my word,
Mm.
like a word. It's just like scanning.
Did you find it?
Yeah,
Okay.
choosing, choice, choosing.
Oh,
Mm.
it's very good choice.
Powerful word.
Conscious choice.
I got a story that'll go with it too, so that helps, like intention, like I call it a breakthrough.
Hey, G.
Good afternoon, Chi.
Good morning and good afternoon, all.
Hi, Chi.
You made it.
Yay! Made to the fireside.
Yay, G.
Yeah, welcome.
Choosing.
So here's my story. My story around choosing. Yesterday, I was sweeping the pool. Wife was raking. Finished sweeping the pool, and I say, "All right, here, I'll take over raking." And she's like, "Okay, well, let me finish." And basically, it's like this is how you rake. Oh, oh, okay, this is how you do it. Was what I got told. You know? I said, "Oh, so uh, but that's better than the way I do it, huh?" And she says, "Yes, it's better than leaving little piles everywhere." I said, "Okay. Hmm. I wonder what's different." Right. And so it was like it didn't take me long to realize, like, I went back to my old way that I always do it, right? It's like, oh, I can see how long, like, can I put my attention, my focus on something new? And it wasn't very long, but the whole activity, right, did it. And, at first, didn't notice anything different, right? Then towards the end, what I noticed is like, oh, this is cleaner. It's a cleaner rake. Oh, I get it now. I was just picking up. It's like, oh, there's a cleaner. Maybe that's what it was all about. And then I said, you know what? She was right. And it was like, ooh, it was like a jab. It was like the barb was there. It was like, but there's no way I'm going to tell her. Ah,
No validation. No validation.
so yeah, it's like bing and boom. There's a resistance, right? Hmm. Like, why not? Like, really, what would happen if I did? Think of it.
Oh, you were here for it for days.
Maybe.
What was it you told me yesterday?
Oh, come on, Heinz. You think she'd forget?
Nope. But she needs to hear it again and again. That word, you were right, honey. Oh,
Yeah. So, what do you think I did?
switch to her way of doing it.
And for this time, well, we'll see if it holds. But it was like, oh, I see. It was like whether or not it's cleaner from her perspective, right? It was like, oh, I could see it from mine, like it's cleaner. And so I went and told her. As genuinely as I could. It was like, that's choices.
Mm.
I had resistance to it, and like, okay. And I didn't want to say it. All that's just resistance. So the action is to do it, just to move through it. What'll be different? Oh my God, nothing. And something, it's like it's too early. I can't tell, right?
Yeah.
But I did find there was about 5 other places during the day where I could see that bar but come up again, and I surrendered to it and said it out loud as nicely as I could, because I can say it's shitty. I can say it's shitty.
Gift. As kindly, I guess, because
Mhm.
like we can be nice. Like any the worst of dictators can be quote unquote nice, but is it actually coming from kindness in the heart? You know, that's like I can be nice. Oh, I'm being nice to get my way or to manipulate someone into giving me what I want, or I could just be kind. And I'm not trying to call you out here, Jesse. I'm just kind of reflecting on that.
Good.
You know, like I can be
Well,
kind.
being
Kindness,
kind and nice
and where does kindness come
is
from?
being good. Yeah, being kind and nice is being good to yourself also.
Yeah, as within, as so without.
Yeah.
We can only
But that's
choose for ourselves.
yeah, exactly.
And then the only one we can change is ourselves.
Yeah, and then the world is going to reflect back. Am I
Yeah.
being
No.
nice with an agenda, or am I just being kind? Because that's the humane. That's my humanity. That's who I'm choosing to be. Something I could probably improve on significantly. Not probably.
My word for the day was insight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. What does that mean for you, Alex?
Well, it meant seeing within myself and getting to realize I need to figure a way to slow it down. How I do that is then the question. But now I found what the awareness, and I can do something about it. That's an insight of the inside of me.
Oh, thank you.
Insight is sort of like awareness.
Love how it's like in sight.
Yeah.
It's like you're
Land
seeing.
ahoy!
And yeah, I know I said it before, but we we attract what we judge, until we no longer judge what we attract.
That's probably why the top is trying to make us be separated, because everything is actually connected. You just need to see it. Have an insight. Ooh, I got to use my word. Ding.
Yay. So we have Jesse Choice finds insight. I think I'm going to choose the same word as yesterday, and that's freedom.
Mm.
And for me, that means to surrender. Surrender to what is to surrender to who I am and to surrender to my choices to create freedom, to have that, create the space, the free space to manifest those choices and to move toward them and to be in the joy of flow and experience. So there's there's so much to freedom. It also comes with responsibility because we are free. We just forget we're free. We get stuck in our thought patterns and limiting beliefs.
Freedom is a power. And like you said, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah. And you're free and I'm free, unless we're not. And it's
unless we are thinking about it, then we're not free.
Yeah.
According to egotic loop.
I got a beautiful song that it's called "I Am Free" by someone I know. I'll see if I can find it and I'll post it in the chat if you guys want to check it out. It's available if I can find it. Not find it. I have not found it. Oh, no. Found it.
My word for today is love. And most of all, self-love. That's been a big thing for me for most of my life.
Do you say step love?
Self-love.
Oh, self-love. Self-love. Okay.
Yeah.
Self-love. Yeah.
Yeah. I've always had a problem with receive love. I was good at taking care of others, but not myself. But now it becomes clear to me that I have to take care of myself first.
Awesome.
Mm. The best thing we can give is ourselves. So, yeah. If you want to give love, you have to be love.
And it's like, what do I want? Well, I
Yeah.
want love. So if that's what I want, then it's my opportunity to give it to myself, give it to others.
Yes.
Share it freely. And then like a boomerang, it comes back and or it's mirrored back.
Yeah.
It starts
Absolutely.
within.
Yeah.
And it's a gift I give myself and the world, whether that world be my wife or my neighbor or you friends on the other side of the planet.
Mm.
It's an opportunity every moment, really.
Yeah.
Pet my cat,
Mm.
feed her fish, and
Nice.
talk to the birds, and go walk in nature and observe the nature and the animals. And I can send them love without even saying a word. I can just be it.
Mm.
What we originally are. We are love. You don't really need to focus on being love. You just need to be authentic. Be your true self.
Yeah, that's it, eh? Step out of the shadow into the light of who we really are.
Yeah.
And it's really releasing the non-self that we thought we were. The dark side is not really who we are. It's an aspect that we created.
And it's created based on the world around us.
Mm-hmm. And we created it from, beliefs we formed and assumptions and definitions that we created. I am like mine is like, oh, I am bad. Actually, it's like here I wrote them down, and it's just beliefs. Like it's not even true. See, oh yeah, I believe, when I'm in my shadow, I believe I am bad, stupid, powerless. I'm a victim. I'm unworthy, and I'm lacking. Like I'm not enough. And that's not who I am. The real me, the true, authentic me is actually powerful, creative, authentic, free, connected, and courageous, and inspired. That's who I really am. That's the light that when I allow that to shine, it's like, wow, who is that? It's a beautiful being, beautiful way of being. And then things seem to work a little better when I come from that place. But when I'm in my shadow,
Yeah, we are both light and dark.
yes,
Where there's light, there will always be shadow, and it's our choice to, whether we choose to face the light or the shadow. We are the generator, the operator, and the destroyer. We are capable of all the three things. So,
that's like the creator. We're the creator and the destroyer. I love that. So true. Like the darkness will destroy if we continue down that dark path, I call it.
we are capable of giving life and take life.
Yeah.
It's all about balancing it out, not the right tool for the right. Yeah. But it's not easy to balance it out. Because so many patterns, so many.
It's like, please forgive me when I'm in my shadow, when I'm being bad, stupid, powerless, victim, unworthy, and lack, because this is not who I am. It's not who I truly am. Who I really came here to be is powerful, creative, authentic, free, connected, courageous, and inspiring. This is who I am. The kids.
No, that was my ex.
Oh, ex.
Yeah, home visiting the kids then. Yeah.
Nice that you have family.
Yeah.
Sometimes, Sanchi. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Family.
heard that sigh. That's it wasn't. It was nice to have family.
Yeah. We understand where your location. Yeah. But it's a great word, like love and self-love. Now, what I want to just pull, like we were talking about it, right? It's like the choice to it, and it's like, what what condition did you make to love?
For
It's
me,
it's just yeah. Just give us an example if you've got one.
one of my programming, I'm not worthy of love, and I think that's the biggest thing, that I'm stupid and wrong and ugly and all that.
Yep, and it's like, so then when and it's like that one's like, when will you be loved?
When I start loving myself.
Yes, that's the mechanic. Yeah, but that's not the obvious answer we get.
No. We expect it to come from the outside, you know.
That's right.
That it will be okay when she start loving me, you know, and respect me and all that. You know, but
Yeah.
if I don't, like I said earlier, we attract what we judge, you know.
Yeah.
And I judge myself for everything and anything.
Right. And you're judging whether you're worthy of love.
Mm, mm. That is the old program, yeah. So
Yes, that is the old program, and it's most of us in society, and people that might be listening. You know, if you find yourself saying, "Oh, it's easy to love yourself," then it's like, it's like, okay, I offer go a little deeper.
it takes time, you know. It takes dedication. It takes, you have to shower yourself with love from morning to evening every day. You know, not to shift it, you know, and then do something for yourself. You know, whether go someplace alone by yourself, you know, and discover yourself. And it takes a lot of work. So it takes
Yeah.
time, you know. Yeah. Sorry.
Take
Oh, keep going.
Well, if we take the opposite of love, it's judgment. So loving yourself is stop judging yourself.
But it takes time, you know. You have to take time to get to know yourself, you know, and know your all the good and bad, and you know all of it, you know.
Otherwise, we
It's
just keep
courage.
playing the old conditioning, that old
Mm.
judger, and all that judger is really conditions, right? You're judging
Yeah.
against a preset of conditions that you just put in place that said, if, when, or how I get this is by doing this, by proving that.
Yeah.
And if you
Exactly.
look at it, you're never going to get any. It's like,
Yeah.
are you
Yeah.
really going to get smart enough and then you'll love yourself? Like, are you ever going to get to that point?
Yeah. I spent half a century, you know, to try to please others so that they can love me, you know. But I guess I didn't get anywhere.
It doesn't work.
No, not at all. I can see that now.
Yeah, right. They say love is unconditional.
Mm. Yep. If there's any attachment, there's no love. It's not love. Yeah, I thought that I did everything for her, you know, try to smoothen everything out, but it didn't work. For more than 20 years, I did that because I thought that if I did that, she would love me.
The conditions. The condition.
Yes, the condition is an attachment, eh?
Yes. Good morning, Mona.
Hi, Mona.
Good morning, Mona.
Morning, Mona.
Talking about love, self-love.
Good morning, everybody.
Good day.
Good morning.
Did Ian, do you have a word of the day that you'd like to share?
No, I'm just listening today. But
Okay,
thank
no
you.
problem. Oh, no problem. Glad you're here. Happy you're here. So for word of the day, Jesse has choice. Heinz insight. Chi love. Self-love. and then will, freedom, and surrender.
I was thinking about surrender. It's like, oh, we can connect surrender with defeat. But I don't think they're the same.
Yeah, I guess it's a more appropriate term would be detachment. Because that's what I really mean by surrender, is not being attached to outcomes, but surrendering to what is and allowing things to be the way they are, not trying to control them, but just detaching from agenda and outcome and just allowing. So surrender may not be fully accurate. It's more like allowing and detachment. Thank you, Jesse. I'm gonna change it.
And surrender is a great word. It's just as people, as we work with it, people I can think of it as like, oh, I'm defeated. Right?
Yeah.
It's like to surrender is to be defeated, and that's
Yeah,
not
good point.
it at all.
Yeah. And even our unconscious could take it that way.
Yeah.
So it's funny how, the words have power, and because we give the words the power.
Yeah, exactly.
Based on the definitions we have within us.
The definitions we've attached to the word. So just like a word has a definition, that is the attachment.
Yes. And it's really just a sound. It's just
the word is a sound.
It's a vibratory sound.
Yep.
It's energy.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes a big difference, whether you. Oh, I lost it.
Yeah. Like I could say,
if you surrender to something outside of yourself or something inside or something higher than something.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's like allowing.
You're surrendering to the truth, or you're surrendering to love.
I'm surrendering to, like, a better way of saying it, or what I mean, what the meaning is for me is freedom is allowing myself to detach from trying to control outcomes. And so I'm choosing what I love, but then I'm actually detaching from trying to control anything. I'm just doing whatever next intuitive action that's revealed to me from superconscious, my intuition. But if I try to control it all, then I'm making myself God. And so that's where the surrender comes in play. It's like, no, God, the universe, however you choose to frame that, it's really allowing that end result to be drawn to me through creative tension, the faith, knowing that it's coming. It's already here in my imagination. And so if that's possible, then it's absolutely possible to have it. And it's just going to take time for that reality to come into being. But if I'm trying to control it, I'm actually holding it away. I have attachments to things. And if I don't actually release those attachments, I'm not allowing. So I'm not free then. Then I'm just trapped. So then, like a slave to my attachments.
For me, there's no freedom if we are not free to be ourselves and to be our true self.
Yeah.
To be who you are. Because we're different, but we're the same. We're perfectly imperfect. But I like the word freedom.
Yeah.
Free to be self-sufficient, and to be able to take care of yourself, your loved ones, and maybe give something back to the world too.
Yeah, that's a song that I shared in the chat and on the Facebook Messenger chat. The lyrics are just spectacular. And would you be okay with me sharing some of the lyrics?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it says, I am free, and I see this world as it was meant to be, with love in me. I am free, and I choose to be the words that I now breathe, that I now breathe. I am free, and I live my life as it was meant to be, in love with me. I am free, and I see this choice is always here for me, right here for me. And the chorus is kind of forgetting the melody of the chorus, but it's like, oh, I can feel the love as it now flows, as it now flows, and then I can be the love, and now it grows. Feel how it grows. I can see the love, see how it glows, feel how it glows. This is me in love, and so it goes, and so it goes, and then it goes back to I am free. To see this world as it was meant to be. So yeah, it's a beautiful song, you guys. I'm sure you'd really enjoy it.
It was a nice one. Thank you, Will.
Let me share that.
Yeah, there's so much a song can do. Just got to remember the song at least once, sing at least one song a day. You can do so much for us if we sing. But we all have all the excuses for why not to sing. Whether I can't sing or yeah, whatever. It's the therapeutic. It's the realign us with our true self, I believe.
Therapeutic, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. It connects. It, it connects so much with the heart. I find that can actually feel like tingling energy flowing through the body with different songs.
When we start the day off, with a happy feeling song, whether we hear in radio or whatever, it raises our vibration within seconds.
Because it's who we are. That's why it resonates within.
Yep.
Like it strikes a chord within. There's an energetic chord that the actual musical chord connects with.
It's a big part of us. We the whole scale of the tone of the color or notes or whatever. We got it all inside of us. We can. Yeah.
And it's like, who am I? If that sound resonates within and connects with something within, well, that sound is me. Because it's resonating. So things of like frequency, that's called what, attunement or resonance? Like a tuning fork is a specific frequency, and if you strike another one that has that same frequency, it will start vibrating. But one that's a different frequency will not. So who am I? I am frequency and vibration. That's who I am inside. And I will resonate with what I am attuned, I'm in tune with or aligned with. And so what am I seeing? What's showing up for me in my reality? What am I noticing? Who am I being? Well, that's the frequency that I'm in, that I'm generating. And then it's time to feed the cat, so I'm gonna mute for a little bit. Feed Noah.
Yeah. Singing and dancing is so important for us.
I talked to my sister yesterday about attachment.
Mm.
Because she's still attached to grief around my mom, and then recently her daughter passed away about a year ago, not a little over a year. And my mom's been gone. It'll be 10 years this upcoming year. And I kind of feel sorry for her in a way. Because she hasn't really done anything, I don't think, about getting any kind of grief counseling or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her that I knew of a coach that would be able to help her with that. And she's like, well, I want somebody close. And I said, okay. And I referred her to a coach that's in her city.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt very seriously that she'll contact the lady. I gave her contact information, but I put the information out there and then I let it go because it's her choice to whether she wants to hang on to that, be miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that my mom or her daughter would want her to be in the emotional state that she's in.
Mm-hmm. So it's about her attachment.
I'm sorry, say that again.
So you're talking about her attachment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I told her that there was a technique that somebody used that I found that you could release a lot of stuff without having to go through all the emotions and the traumatic feelings that come with what creates that.
Right.
And she didn't have to go through all that again, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to understand my mom and why she made choices she did.
Mm.
My sister doesn't want to do something like that because that's going into the past. But sometimes we need to visit the past so that we can have a better present.
Right.
Because even though you take a step forward and you say you're forgetting that, sometimes that goes in a bag that you carry with you.
Right. Yes. Then again, it's all about choices. You have to choose
Yes.
to change. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
You cannot
think,
change without. Yeah, sorry.
you know, you're fine. So I think by that definition that you have to choose, it's choice, that even though I've given her the information, it's her choice as to what she does with it.
Right.
And I feel like for me, since I found a way to let go of stuff, for me to tell her there's a way to do it, it relieves me of the burden of carrying around the fact that I know that there's something that can help her out.
Mm.
And I felt like I needed to say something to her about it, you know?
Yeah.
But she has the information, so like you say, it's her choice.
Mm-hmm. And then again, we grieve in many ways, you know. It's all individual. some do it for 10 years, some do it for 20, some do it all their life, you know. And we grieve in many ways. Some use anger, some use depression, some use isolation, drugs, or shopping, or whatever. It's just all a way of grief. So there's not much we can do other than like you do, yeah. Showing her the options. I think that's why most of the people get stuck, you know, because they grieve and they can't see a way out. It's pain.
Tell you
You have to
what,
deal with
until I
pain.
ran into Chris Duncan in the recode, I didn't feel like that there was a way out.
Mhm.
Yep. Same. Felt
I
trapped
felt
my
like,
whole life.
yeah, I have felt the same way. It's like, I know you know in your head that your parents have done everything they can to do right by you with what they know,
Yeah, but we
but
have to
they
carry
don't
our own pain.
realize what they pass down to their kids, and it's not always their stuff. A lot of times it's previous generation stuff.
Yes.
And when I started finding that out, it was like, okay, now I understand why I feel stuck.
Mm. Yeah. That's why we have people commit suicide. Because they can't see a way out.
I think that's what happened to my niece. She couldn't see a way out. And I don't know if her life terminated or by accident. And I don't know if she had help with it.
It's got a lot to do with the loss, you know. When something wrong
Yeah.
hits us, we lost our innocence, or lost family member, or lost the job, or marriage, or whatever. You know. A lot of people carry a lot of grief, and then it builds up, you know, from childhood. From, like I said, it's been passed down, and we're not grieving only for ourselves, but also for the generation before us.
Because we're not in a generation where survival is necessary now.
Mm-mm.
We're in a generation where thriving should be
Yep.
the goal.
Yeah, but for most, the reality is about surviving more than thriving.
I think what you said, Mona, about feeling stuck, that was just like really profound, because we can feel stuck, and that's like an emotional feeling in our body. We could feel stuck, and in reality, we're actually free to be, and we're free to make choices. But that feeling, that internal feeling of feeling stuck, whether it come from ancestral trauma, our own wounding from our own childhood, or wherever it comes from. I thought that was so apropos that you said it's a feeling, because really that's what it is. You know, if you really get still with it, it's a feeling. And a lot of times, many of us, myself included, we experience feelings. The feeling of feeling stuck, I experience that all the time. And then do I allow that to stop me from moving toward my vision? And yes, I do a lot. I do allow that feeling to stop me, and then you hear something like you said, Mona, feeling stuck. It's like, that's right, it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. I don't have to allow that to stop me from being free in this moment. I can choose, I can take an action, I can be who I choose to be. So I don't know if that's a meditation or a rumination. Maybe a little bit of both.
That sounds like a possibility.
So grateful to be here and hear your experience of how you experience life, and then, you know, understanding that we all go through very, very similar experiences. You're not alone.
Yeah, life isn't unique to just one of us.
It can be easy to feel stuck in the, you know, like the power versus force scale of energy. When we're in those lower energies, and I don't mean that to be like demeaning or anything, but when we're feeling shame or humiliated or guilty or angry, and you know, we're suffering, and it can be very hard to break free of that that energetic, that feeling, that experience. And so sometimes even just coming to a place of affirmation or neutrality opens the door of possibility to the higher vibrations on the scale. You know, it might be too much of a jump to go from guilt and shame to straight into love, and it might not, but it might be a little easier to go up to anger, you know, rather than feeling stuck in guilt and shame, because that can be very depressing. But it's like an opportunity to shift when we become aware of these states that are available.
But the thing is, we have to allow ourselves to be all that, you know, pain and grief and fear, but it's like medicine, you know. It's not good with too much of anything, you know. Even with medicine, too much of it can be poison. So yeah, it's okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad. You know, it's okay to grieve. You know, it's just a part of who we are. You know. important not to judge ourselves. Mona, how many years is there between you and your sister?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I was just asking how many years between you and the sister?
A year and a half.
Is she the youngest one? Or a year and a half. Okay.
Yeah, she's younger. And I
Mhm.
feel like I got the brunt of both my parents' dysfunctions.
Mm.
I was number
two
one, and they
siblings?
say placement has a role to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like when she came along, they realized the mistakes they made with me
Right,
and didn't make the same mistakes with her.
right. Yeah, I can recognize myself in that too. I have 5 kids. So with the first one, I didn't know anything about kids, raising kids. So I had to readjust with the second one and the third one and again. So I see that. So you're the firstborn?
Yes, I am.
Mm. Mhm. And she's the last.
Yeah, I only had one. Well, I have an
Mhm.
adopted sister, but we
Mhm.
don't speak.
Oh.
It's her choice, and it's okay. She's about 38 now.
Mm.
She's the same age as my son.
Mm. Wow.
My dad, when my parents got divorced, he took measures to not have any more children because he didn't want any more.
Mm.
And then he turned around and he adopted a member of the family that was a child that needed
Oh.
stability.
Mm.
And he didn't tell anybody about that. You can
Wow.
only imagine somebody's surprise when they find out about it through another family member.
Mm. So he could raise her by himself?
No, he did not raise her. He was gone a lot with work. His wife raised her.
Mm. So there's a lot of grief and pain there within the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. I definitely feel you. Yeah. I love you and I'm with you, Mona.
Thank you.
So how would you imagine it to, the best scenario? How would like you to imagine to the picture of how you would like it to be?
Now, or how I would like to have had it been.
How yeah, now, yeah. Like it's
It would
already
be
happened.
it would be nice to talk to my adopted sister, but it's okay that I don't. And I don't miss that connection.
Mm. But you would like to.
That would be nice.
Mm. I would say follow your intuition.
Maybe it'll work itself out. Maybe it won't.
Mm.
But I'm not going to get
Be surprised.
attached to the outcome of that.
Mm. We get surprised when we do things opposite of what we used to do, because we all automatic. Yeah. We tend to react automatically on how we used to do, how to react. That's why we keep repeating and keep creating the same reality. We have to break our patterns a bit at a time in order to get where we want to be. It's not easy to change if we keep telling ourselves the same story. So we have to change the picture, the story. Anything that can help release the pain for ourselves and for others. Just have to remember to love life. When we love life, life will love us back. think that when one family member can release the pain, then it will affect the rest of the family. Yeah, I can so much relate to that because my family is the same. There's a lot of pain, a lot of grief. I experienced a lot of the same, when not speaking with each other 10 years, 20 years or more. Crazy. It's all based on what had happened in the past. How far away do you live from your sister?
She lives in California and I live in the Midwest, so probably, I don't know, help me out, Jesse, with this. At least 1,000 miles.
Wow.
Whoa.
When have you seen her last time?
I haven't seen her since she's been about 15 years old.
Wow.
She's got 2 kids. She was married. She got married, had a couple of kids, and then got divorced.
A lot of grief and pain. It's all about awareness, what they speak about here. Like, what leads to grief is lost. But when you lose something here, you can gain something in another place. Oh. When we get stuck, we think that things are happening to us, and not for us. Loss is not always loss. Sometimes it can create change for the better. But when we see loss as something negative, as pain, that's when we get stuck, I believe.
Yeah, so we make up our own pain.
Mm. Yeah. The whole program again, when we is put there by when we were most vulnerable, between 0 and 5.
We didn't really know the difference.
Right. We carry old beliefs, with us the rest of our lives. Something from when we didn't understand anything, when we just took it in, whatever they gave us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fact we were they gave it, we shaped it, we fit it first. And it's like that really isn't choice. You didn't know there was anything else. You just went with the best option.
Mm.
I think we lost Jesse temporarily. I'm sure
Bad connection.
he'll be back.
Sounded like a bad connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like very metallic, robotic.
Welcome back, Jesse.
Welcome back. And we're back.
We lost you, Jesse. Please continue.
The difference between what is and what is. That's the tension. That's the force between it. Right? It was like, oh, she is right, but I'm not going to tell her. What was the truth? Oh, that is a better way to do it. Yeah. And that I have resistance to telling her she was right. Because that would mean that I would admit that I was wrong. And it's like, well, can I do that? And it's like, yeah, sure I can. Will I? Sure I can. Let's see what happens. Well, and then it was like, well, what was I expecting? A medal?
The world to do.
Love? So what's the resistance? I just got a big smile that said, I told you, why don't you just listen? And so, like I said, it happened like 5 times during the day. And I played it as nice as I could. And it was like, yeah, why don't you, like her response was, yeah, why don't you guys just listen to everything I say? It's like, yeah, there you go.
Well, this is a new program, Jesse. The man who's always right. Woo.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Me. Don't you know Jesse's always right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So for him to admit he's wrong, that must be the earth must start spinning the other way around or something soon.
It sure felt like that. And I just felt, I was sure attached to it. And it's like, and so then it was like, now I have to do something about it, right? And like, how else would I let it go? How else will I release it? By building new patterns that allow others to be right.
Yes. Yes.
What a great morning. Thank you.
Thank you. You all have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Thanks for holding space, Jesse.
Thanks for showing, Mona. You're
Have an
welcome.
awesome day, everyone.
Thank you. You
Have a
all too.
wonderful day, all.
Yeah. Love and hugs to you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.